Welcome to A1 Barstuff. Today I'm going to show you how to connect a gas bottle using the primary valves. There's a bottle mounted one and there's a wall mounted one in the series. Either one works just as well as each other. Firstly, I'll just show you the bottle mounted one. With your gas bottle in situ, always try to leave it chained up if you can. Make sure that it doesn't drop, it's safely stowed. Also as well, when buying your gas, try to buy from a reputable source that's got a proper label on, with proper caps in, not just anything. Not so much for your 60/40 or 30/70, but if you was to buy CO2, you can sometimes come into welding grade industrial stuff rather than your beer stuff, so always look for a proper beer supply when buying your CO2. This one is, however, 30/70, I believe this bottle is. The connection comes out of the pack like this. You have a red seal in there. Remove that red seal, and inside the box you'll see a screw that fits in to there. Start to turn it in so it's in place so it doesn't drop out. Move the cap out the way of the safety valve, place that over the top, and then for yourself, just to show you, push it in and start to twist until it starts to grip. When you have it finger tight, slide the spanner over the top that comes with it and give it a good grip round so it starts to move around nice and tight. Slipped off the end there then. Nice and tight there. That's tight enough, as you can see on the spanner now. You can turn the valve off, switch it on, screw in until you move to the desired pressure. You'll see as it starts to move around in the PSI now. If this was for Guinness on 30/70, 24 would be about right. Open and shut the valve a few times to make sure that's correct. And then you've set that. What you'll do then is tighten the screw on the side. That way then it can't be moved. Tighten that as you wish and place the seal on there. You can lock it off, but for your purposes you don't really need to. And that's the bottle mounted one. Here we have a demonstration of how to set the pressure on a fixed wall mounted regulator. This could be CO2 or mixed gas. Again, mixed gas for a variety of different gases, whichever type that you wish to use. With a gas cylinder, if you've got more than one cylinder and you're keeping them stored, try to keep them flat on the floor. Can't fall over anybody, can't do any damage. If they're in use, stand them up and safely secure them using the gas chain. You see it, connect the hose, push it in, and simply connect as tight as you can fix this with your hand. Until tight. Once that's tight enough, open the valve and you'll see that the pressure shoots up. It's at 45-46 psi, which is the pressure of the cylinder. Just behind here, what you can't see, you have a valve similar to this. What you'll need to do is remove this colic back to the edge, so, which I'll do just on here. And then reduce the pressure. You'll see the PSI coming down here. If you're on 60/40 and you wish to run lager, bitter, cider, everything off one, and you're using keg cooling jackets, around 30 psi on 60/40 would be ideal. Once that's achieved and you can see it on the gauge at the right pressure, simply tighten the screw back in. Click on it. When it's nice and tight, that then can't be adjusted or messed with. Nobody's going to be adjusting the pressure. Give it a little try, on and off. drops a little bit lower. When it drops a little bit lower, spin the colic back a little bit, tighten in, take it back up to 32, out and shut the valve. Now you see it's pressurised itself and stabilised at 32. Tighten that colic back up, and that's it. You just have to turn on to dispense your beer. Use your gas when you're actually serving the beer. When you're not serving the beer and you finish for the evening, turn your gas back off, just so it doesn't overcarbonise in the keg. It's only needed to push the pressure down onto the keg to draw the beer from the bottom. So ensure when it's not in use, it's turned off. When it's in use, it's on. Just for example, if you was to run a 1 keg or a 2 keg system, you wanted to add an additional line to make it 3 or 4 kegs, you could simply use a wide piece connector, which is push fit connector, like that. Push it in, add it to the bottom, push it in, and then you connect a line for each keg. If you wanted to, again, save buying another valve, because you don't need to buy 1 valve. The beauty of 60/40 gas is that you can run lager, bitter, cider, all things off one. You could put another split in again. It's not going to cause any issues, because all it's doing is stabilising the pressure in the keg to push the beer down so as you can draw from it. And you're not going to be in a situation such as a pub where you're busy and it's a continuous flow all the time. So you can use 1 valve and just extend for how many you need, up to 4 products.